Good day, this is Seewing Yee from the Yee Real Estate Network. Welcome to another presentation. And the title of this video newsletter presentation is How to Use Your $60,000 of your traditional IRA, individual retirement account, to buy a property, and in about 10 to 14 years, your IRA will be worth 350K. From 60K of IRA into 350K of IRA in 10 to 14 years. Oh, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. It's too good to be true. All right, before I get there, let's do my usual disclaimer. This video newsletter is for educational purposes only. Please consult your licensed financial, tax, or legal advisors to go over your own unique special situation. So with that in mind, I know what you're thinking. Oh, this is too good to be true. I mean, just another marketing ploy, whatever. But have an open mind, right? I'm just merely trying to inform and educate you. So this is a part 3 or part 4, right, of our of of my educational module. In the past few weeks, actually, for that matter, in the past 15 years, I've been running the Year Real Estate Network. I've been attempting, at the very least, to educate my investors about the power of using your IRA, your individual retirement account, to buy investment property inside the IRA in the name of your IRA, right? So this is our part 3, part 4 of the current module, which you started receiving in the past few weeks. So so you know what I'm talking about. All right. So the premise behind this is now how. Yeah, I mean, this is a powerful, right? And I will prove it. I will prove and validate the reasoning behind uh, this strategy. How to use your traditional IRA. Yeah, you have around $60,000 and increase it to around $350,000 of your IRA in about 10 to 14 years. Okay, let's have an open mind, right? Just learn and be an informed investor. Once again, uh, consult your advisors, whoever they are, and of course, consult my advisors, my self-directed IRA custodian in Antrust Group, and also our non-recourse lender, Mr. Jason Zook from the North American Savings Bank. So the premise I'm using over here is a $175,000 property. Yes, although I'm using this Florida property in LaBelle as an example. Okay, you can use any property as long as it meets the numerical criteria that it makes sense to you. It doesn't have to be LaBelle, Florida. Could be any property around this price range. But this is again, it's just for illustration purposes, right? So, uh, this property, which I've done a lot of research on. So, right, I send you. You always over time. I have provided you with many, what I call it pro forma, right? Whenever I present a property analysis, a cash flow analysis, I call it pro forma, PROFORMA, pro forma, right? These are the projection and all that stuff. So this property, again, located in LaBelle, Florida, which is in Southwest Florida, next to Cape Coral, Lehigh Acres, but it could be anywhere, right? $175,000 property. You're gonna use your IRA because my non-recourse lender validated that you can use 30% down of your IRA. Your 30% down of your IRA equaled around 57,500. And then as a non-recourse lender, non-recourse means that in case you default on the loan, the lender can only come after the underlying asset, which this property, your personal liability are not subject to be, any to be taken away, whatever, right? So power of leverage, 70% non-recourse loan based on the rate. They have their own unique lending. There's only 2 non-recourse lenders in the U.S. that I know of, so it's not like you can shop around. but the loan that you can get a little bit higher rate, 6.25, 20-year fixed rate. So it comes up to 122,500. That is the loan amount, and $895 is the non-recourse loan amount. So at the end of the day, everything is inside IRA, right? So so therefore, if the monthly rent is $1,500, right, and then minus the the typical monthly taxes, property insurance, property management fee, what have you, then equals the net operating income 1,100 minus the non-recourse loan mortgage monthly 895 equals your net cash flow of 206 monthly. This 206 inside IRA typically are reinvested back into the IRA gross tax deferral, which is powerful, powerful, powerful. All right. So keep that in mind. Your net monthly is $206 net cash flow. Okay, I'm gonna go over this momentarily, and the loan amount, right? Just keep in mind, just concentrate and focus on my presentation. The loan amount is 122,000, and the monthly payment is 895. All are incorporated inside the IRA. All the income and taxes and expenses goes inside the IRA, right? And the custodian presumably will process all the monthly, annual statements and income and expenses, equal net cash flow inside the IRA gross tax deferral. Okay, so with that in mind, let me exit this cash flow, and then let's get back to my presentation. Okay, which is right here. All right. So now keep that in mind. So now we validated that you can use, because of a 30% down IRA and 70% loan to value, non-recourse lending inside the IRA. Powerful leveraging is all about leverage, right? So you're making your money work hard. So you're able to buy $175,000 property. So, and here are the numbers, right? Let me validate this once again so you clearly understand it. You might have to listen to this video more than once in order to really digest it, understand it. Of course, consult with me as always, and of course, consult your advisors, because many of you trust me, but verified, right, through third-party resources. And again, I've used a non-recourse lending for many years for our clients using the IRA, leverage, which is IRA. So here are the steps. So now you're leveraging, you transfer your IRA into a self-directed IRA, 60 grand to buy 175,000 property. So you have a loan, you have an underlying loan. So therefore the steps are use the below mortgage acceleration method to pay it off the $122,000 non-recourse loan, NRL. And you'll be able to pay it off in 10 years. Let me tell you why. Okay, let's go further. So what you're going to do is you're going to use your current estimated $206 on monthly net cash flow inside the IRA to pay down the principal of this loan. Now, on a 30-year mortgage, if you pay one extra principal per year, you can pay it off your loan in about 22 years, right? If you pay one extra principal of your loan per month, you can pay it off in 10 years, right? So it is common knowledge, but a lot of you folks do not know that. Anyway, another stepping stone to your education, right? All right, so in about 10 years or less, this non-recourse loan inside the IRA, 122,000, is paid off. And you can have no more $895 monthly payment. So your IRA is totally debt-free, no more underlying debt obligation inside the IRA. So they will free up with 206 of monthly net cash flow to begin with, and in about 10 years, no more 895 plus 206 equal $1,101 on your monthly net tax deferral cash flow from your self-directed IRA, in which your property is inside IRA. Your rental properties you purchased initially for $175,000. Then You can retire at age 59 and a half, according to the IRS rules and regulations. Consult your tax advisor. You can retire at that age if you want to. You don't have to retire at age 59 and a half. You can continue to draw the money tax deferral, right? So if you want to retire at age 59 and a half, you may withdraw the $1,100 monthly net cash flow from your IRA and just pay your taxes at distribution, presumably at lower ordinary tax rate, right? And that's a big presumption. So, but wait, there's more. Typical infomercial. All right, many of you heard of Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein famously said that compound interest is the most powerful force in the universe. He said, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. Wow. Right? And he said, he who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. Well, who am I to argue with such a smart guy? All right. What he meant was, it's the Rule 72, right? I mean, again, this is common knowledge, the Rule 72. The Rule 72, it takes is how many years it takes for your asset to double in value. Okay, further illustration. 72 divided by, if your property, if your real estate investment grow at 7% per year appreciation rate, 72 divided by 7 equal 10 years. Your property would double in value in 10 years. Again, using another example with the rule of 72, if your property grow at 5% appreciation rate annually, which is more realistic, and this is the illustration I'm going to use for our purpose. So 72 divided by 5 equal 14 years. So your property will double in value in about 14 years from now, right? So therefore, the $175,000 property you purchase today, in 14 years at 5% annual appreciation rate, which has happened in the past. No one can predict the future, right? No one have a crystal ball. The 175K will grow to $350,000, all with your initial 60 grand, or give or take a few thousand. How to turn your 60 grand of IRA into $350,000 IRA portfolio at 5% growth in about mere 14 years. How about them apples? In another 14 years, if you want to break it further down the road, real long term, in another 14 years, at a mere 5% appreciation growth rate, the 350K property, this one property, will grow to 700,000. So in about 28 years, your $175,000 of property you purchased today at 5% appreciation rate for the next 28 years, by using the magic of compound interest, will become 700K. Right? So I'm not going to bore you with any more details. I just want to present this in a 20,000 foot high level, and then you draw your own conclusion. Okay? So with that said, I rest my case. All right? So the next step is, please consult with me. Thank you so much. I hope this information is very helpful. Most stock market investors are not even aware that you can invest your IRA inside rental properties. Furthermore, for those risk investors that are aware that you can use your self-directed IRA to purchase rental property inside the IRAs, you are not aware of the power of leverage, the power of non-recourse lending, which I have vast amount of experience. So information you have received today are really less than 1% of the population are purview to this information. So If you could parlay this information, okay, motivate yourself to accelerate your retirement, put yourself, consult your team of advisors, including myself and everybody else, and make a educated and informed decision, validate what I'm presenting, and at the end of the day, in order to achieve your financial freedom goal, you need to execute on your action plan. Take action. All right, with that said, thank you so much. This is Seewing Yee from the Yee Real Estate Network. I will see you on the other side. Good day.